there's a reset button inside you. And that's what this retreat does. It resets your nervous system back to your normal nervous system.
Not everything that is there in my plate is satisfying my hunger. So what is it that I want? And then that's how I found the purpose of my life.
Namaste. My name is Ritu and I'm the founder of Ease India Travel. My connection with this Himalayan country started in 2012 and since then I've been enamored by it. And yes, I'm talking about Bhutan. Not just its beauty. Bhutan has plenty of that. But its very soul, its version of Buddhism, its people, its simplicity, the love of the Bhutanese for their nature, which is almost a form of worship, and much more. Needless to say that I fell in love with Bhutan to an extent that I adopted its tourism policy as my company's policy. High value, low volume tourism. Over 25 trips, 14 hikes to the tiger's nest, deep friendships, and countless memories later, I can confidently call myself a Bhutan expert. And now imagine that us Bhutan experts are collaborating with 2 experts from Mumbai to bring you our very first wellness retreat called Reset Your Life. I'm delighted to welcome Santosh Joshi and Shraddha Khalap in this freewheeling conversation about their inner work, how they got started, what this retreat holds for all of us participants, and much more. Namaste. Namaste. So Santosh, tell us a little bit about your journey and the work you've done so far.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ritu, for this podcast. It's wonderful speaking to you as always. I'm a mechanical engineer by education, worked for about 17 years in corporates, and then shifted to a completely different path, different field which I was never taught in my school or college. I went into the healing field. I started my journey as a past life regression therapist, which I started about somewhere around 2007, 2008. That time, and I was helping people find their purpose, helping people find their sense of direction through this, and of course heal them by going deep into subconscious mind and releasing. So during that time, I was also experimenting a lot with my breath, and that was a time when I chanced upon few breathing patterns, which when I combined together became a very powerful healing technique, and I named it as Sky. The Sky Healing Technique. Till today, almost more than 25,000 people have learned technique from me and they're using that for their
That's
own
amazing.
sense. There are 7 breathing patterns which when you do it, you go into a deep state of trance. And once you are in that state of trance, you are able to release a lot of baggage that you are carrying in your deep subconscious. Sky also acts as a manifestation technique because when you are in deep state of trance, whatever you visualize, you are able to manifest that in your life. So it also became a manifestation technique. It helps you to heal yourself at a very, very deep level. At this moment, I'm a past life regression therapist. I teach people Sky technique, and along with the workshops and corporate, offsites, we are also doing retreats at various exotic destinations, and that's where this thought of doing these retreats in exotic places such as Bhutan came into my mind. So me and Shraddha, who is there with me, we are working together on this. And these retreats are actually creating immense amount of positive difference in people's lives and giving them their sense of purpose and sense of direction.
That's great, Santosh. Now I'd like to ask Shraddha, tell us about your journey and tell us how the magic happened in your life.
Sure. So the word that you used, magic, what we say is there are miracles happening around you and you just need to find those miracles. So I call him that miracle of my life.
Wow.
When we met him, I met him through his wife as an editor. She was my editor while I was doing my book. I lost my grandparents. And then suddenly the grief. And I was not able to process it properly. And then suddenly I happened to speak to his wife, Mrs. Haruna, and she said, why don't you just speak to my husband? And that's how we first met. And then the magic happened. I did my PLR, I did my meeting the masters, and I actually saw my grandmother leaving the planet. Wow. So that journey is what finding the purpose of your life. So while I was doing all this, I was asking the question, not everything that is there in my plate is satisfying my hunger. So what is it that I want? And then that's how I found the purpose of my life.
As facilitators, what have you planned for the Bhutan retreat? What is it that you think would be the major takeaway for people who are going to participate?
So basically, how we have designed this retreat is in the sense that first we focus on releasing whatever the deep baggages or traumas we all are carrying inside us. Once we release, heal ourselves at the basic level, at a deep subconscious level, and also our energy centers. Then we go into an inward journey where we discover our true self, our true purpose, and find our sense of direction by knowing our most probable future in this lifetime. We also do something which is called as inner child work, which is basically healing that child, the personality which is there inside you, which you have subdued in the process of growing up. So all these things are basically a part of the whole retreat, where we heal, we release your baggages, your traumas, we help you get your deeper answers about life, and also get a sense of direction by knowing your most probable future. So this is all that retreat is all about.
That sounds absolutely amazing. Do you think that this transformative journey is to be undertaken by people of a specific age group, or is everybody welcome?
So ideally, we say that age is not a criteria for anyone. But mostly what happens is that during such workshops, such retreats, people who have little maturity about their own life would get more out of these kind of retreats. So we say that anybody who is above 15 years can attend our retreats.
Right.
So Shraddha, I've heard and I know I can testify to the fact that food can heal. So I'd like to know more about what you've planned for this retreat in terms of the food experience.
So they say that what you are is what you eat. So here what we do is we literally pamper you. There is this thing that when a lady comes to her maternal house is what we do.
Oh wow.
You're coming to your maternal house. We're going to take care of you. Right from waking you up in the morning, giving you our protein laddus, giving you the bathing salt. The food that we have planned is completely sattvic, so that you have that energy to follow the process of all the meditations. It's an intensive program wherein you will feel that you are being drained. So the food is going to heal you as well. We also have what we call as a magic potion that might put you to sleep as well.
Okay, that's something I'm looking forward
Yes.
for sure.
So this one day where we are not going to pamper you, we are going to starve you. So that's our detox day. And it's not exactly starving. We will be putting you on fresh fruits and juices. And that again will give you a sense of calmness wherein your stomach is not full. You're not just stuffing things. It's like mindfulness and not mindfulness.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the things that I remember also very sort of excited about forest bathing in particular, because Bhutan is a carbon negative country. It's the only carbon negative country in the world. It has around 60% of forest cover. I remember a story that one of my friends had once told me, that there was a village in a very far-flung area of Bhutan, and that village had only some 3 or 4 houses, and the forest had started to grow into the village.
Wow.
So instead of chopping the trees and cutting the forest, they moved out of there to allow the forest to grow.
Wow.
And so I thought that, when we were discussing, I thought that when it comes to connecting with nature, there's no better place than Bhutan.
Absolutely. So in Japan, there's a term called Shinrin Yoku, which basically means forest bathing. And the concept basically says that the nature has a fantastic property that when you are in nature, it absorbs all your negative emotions, negative energies, and makes you fresh. So the idea is to, when you are in nature, you soak that energy which is around you. And when we meditate, we breathe while we are in the midst of nature, what we call as forest bathing. It gives you a lot of deeper healing effect, and it helps you to reset.
Reset your life.
Absolutely. There's something also, I'm sure you must have heard this term, it's called as empty nest syndrome.
Yes.
Most often you will see mothers sacrificing their ambitions, their personal goals, basically to help them grow, help them during their growing up stage.
Yes.
Now they've grown up, they've gone to their respective colleges or their jobs elsewhere. And suddenly you find yourself in a vacuum where you suddenly feel that, oh, I have not been able to do anything for myself in this life. And now the time has gone. Now that I have, I've become old, start becoming old, and I've not given enough attention to my own life. So this retreat is going to help all those people who are going through empty nest syndrome as well to find their purpose. Now it's time to focus on their own life. So it will help them to get to their own purpose and live their own life to the best of their potential. There's a reset button inside you.
Right.
That's what you press
Wow.
when you do these retreats. In fact, I was talking to somebody this morning, a lady going through this menopausal state.
Right.
And basically, during this stage, your whole body changes. What happens is that the autonomic nervous system shifts to sympathetic nervous system. Basically, you are going through the fight or flight mode yourself. And that shows in everything that you do, your responses, your reactions to situations, everything. You need a reset button. And that's what this retreat does. It resets your nervous system back to your normal nervous system. And this retreat will help you doing that.
Fantastic. So while inner work is an individual journey, doing it with someone you love and someone with whom you may want to repair or heal a relationship, someone that you want to have a great relationship for the rest of your life, it's a great retreat to come together with that person as well.
The retreat is going to help a couple to understand each other better, help a mother and daughter understand each other better, a sister-in-law, a mother-in-law, a daughter-in-law. So basically, it's for everybody, even a father and a son. The amount of pressure that we all are into right now, the expectations that we are into, this retreat is going to help you to understand where we stand and what we give to society and to ourselves. So, my recommendation would be each and every couple going through the ups and downs of life,
Right.
understanding the hormones of each other, understanding each other better as partners, better as parents for your kids, for your parents as well. I guess is highly recommended from my side.
How lovely.
And also, I would like to tell you is that the retreat doesn't end there. You become a part of a family where we are there to help, like hold your hand even after, even if you're going through an emotional trauma, even if you are not able to process what you have learned, we are there.
Oh,
We are there
that's
to listen.
wonderful. That sounds wonderful.
You create a divine family.
Yes.
Oh, lovely. How beautiful that sounds.
Right. So to all the viewers, I would recommend this retreat very, very strongly. Please come and attend this retreat, and you will find a different you. You will find your own true self. You'll be able to discover your own purpose of life, and this will help you heal your past baggage and live the life you wanted to live, reaching your highest potential and live a regret-free and happy life. And what more you can get than doing this in a place like Bhutan, in the midst of beautiful nature and beautiful energies there, wonderful energies there. So please do join.
Bhutan's energy is very calming, it's very serene. And like I said earlier, it has a lot to do with the people, with the way they trust the religion. They have complete faith in Buddhism and they follow its tenets. And somehow that brings this beautiful, calming, peaceful energy to this entire country. And you can only experience that when you visit it with an open mind. So come to Bhutan, join us on this retreat and reset your life.